Salesforce has around 25 certifications that you can take, so it can be a bit of a challenge to figure out where you should start. Salesforce groups the certifications into administrator, app builder, developer, architect, consultant, and specialist tracks. The first exam I ever took was the Salesforce Certified Administrator exam. I passed it back in August 2010, and it feels like a long time ago, but it is still the main entry-level certification for learning the core platform. If you're a developer, you may want to start with the App Builder or Platform Developer I certification. However, I generally suggest that everyone starts with the Administrator certification. The reason is that this certification is very broad and provides a good understanding of the entire platform. I make sure all my code developers complete at least the Administrator or App Builder certification, because the last thing I want is for them to write code for features that already exist in the platform. The majority of Salesforce certifications are multiple choice tests, and you can take these exams either at a local testing center or in your own home. If you're going to take the test at home, you need to set up a camera so the staff monitoring the exam can see you, your computer, and your keyboard. This ensures no one else is interfering. Note that you cannot use your laptop's built-in camera for this. Generally, the exams consist of 60 multiple-choice questions that you need to answer within a specific time frame. The certifications typically cost $200, and if you fail, you can retake the exam for $100. Keep an eye on Salesforce's big event, Dreamforce, each year, as they often offer discounts on certifications if you take the exam at Dreamforce. It's also a great motivator to have while studying. Salesforce releases 3 updates to its core platform and other products each year. To maintain your certification, you need to complete a maintenance exam for each release. These exams are usually quite short, maybe 7 questions, and test you on the new features introduced in the latest release. For these maintenance exams, you don't need a camera setup, so they're easier to complete and can be done from anywhere with a computer and an internet connection. Each of these exams comes with an exam guide, which provides information about the purpose of the exam outline, and some sample questions. You can find these exam guides at certification.salesforce.com. And now I'm going to take a closer look at each of the certification groups to give you a better understanding of them. As I mentioned before, the Administrator certification is the entry-level certification for the core platform. You get an overview of more or less all the core components and also does not involve any code. So if you are not a coder, then this is a great certification. I follow the syllabus really closely in our Salesforce Certified Administrator course. Listed here are all the areas of the admin certification syllabus. Salesforce weighs the syllabus areas, and the biggest areas that you need to know for the exam are standard and custom objects, security and access, and sales and marketing applications. They also have quite a big reports and dashboard section as well. Also, you may find people saying that they are 401 certified, and this refers to this certification. Although Salesforce has never called this certification 401, 401 actually refers to a classroom-based course that Salesforce offers and goes over some of the topics that may be useful in the exam. But people, for some reason, have started to link this course and the certification together, and when they did, the 401 name stuck. But it is known as the Salesforce Administrator certification. Next up is the Advanced Administrator. Some people naturally think that the next logical certification is the Advanced Administrator, but on the whole, I would suggest going with the Platform App Builder certification. This is because the App Builder certification covers a lot more of what you do day to day, which is building apps within the platform. The Advanced Administrator certification focuses on areas that a dedicated administrator may find useful, like auditing and monitoring. But overall, I would recommend pursuing the App Builder certification after the Admin certification. For the Advanced Administrator certification, the biggest topic, comprising 20% of the exam, is security and access. Salesforce has a very flexible security model, and this certification delves deeper into areas like security hierarchies, territory management, delegated administration, and advanced uses of record sharing. If you work for a large organization and your role involves a lot of security and audit management, then this may be the right certification for you after earning your admin certification. The App Builder certification, on the other hand, is beneficial because it focuses on what most people do in their Salesforce organization daily, building processes using either Salesforce's standard functionality or custom applications you've developed. Nearly 30% of this exam tests you on business logic and process automation. Since the App Builder certification does not require the admin certification as a prerequisite, there is some overlap in areas like reporting, app development, and security. If you've already completed the admin certification, you'll find that many of these topics are repeated. This is why I recommend pursuing the App Builder certification immediately after earning your admin certification. The Developer I certification is designed for developers who create declarative and coded applications. I recommend that developers have at least 2 years of experience before attempting this exam, as it covers a wide range of topics, including Apex, Visualforce, Lightning Components, and Process Builder. A strong background in object-oriented development and data-driven applications is also highly beneficial. Nearly 50% of this exam focuses on logic and process automation, so having a thorough understanding of both the declarative and coded aspects of Salesforce is crucial. Additionally, knowledge of building apps for large data volumes and expertise in SOSL and SOQL is essential. The Platform Developer 2 certification differs slightly from the Level 1 exam. For Platform Developer 2, you must first pass Platform Developer Y and complete 4 super badges on Trailhead before taking the multiple choice test. Currently, only 2 of the required super badges are available, but the others are expected to follow soon. You can work on the Trailhead super badges at any time, provided you have completed the prerequisite badges on Trailhead. Once you've earned the required super badges, you can proceed to the multiple choice exam. This test builds on the knowledge from Developer Y, with additional emphasis on understanding Salesforce's performance and integration patterns. The Commerce Cloud Digital Developer Certification is specifically aimed at full-stack developers working on the Commerce Cloud digital platform, Salesforce's e-commerce solution. The exam's largest focus area is application development, which makes up 56% of the content, followed by data management and business manager usage. As you can see, there are quite a few architecture certifications, but they are organized into 2 tracks to make it easier. You can either take the application architect route or the system architect route, and Salesforce refers to these 2 different certifications as domain architect certifications. If you are pursuing the application architect certification, there is no specific test. You just need to complete all the certifications below it. These include the Data Architecture and Management Designer, the Sharing and Visibility Designer, the Platform Developer 1, and the Platform App Builder certifications. Interestingly, the Platform Developer 1 and Platform App Builder certifications are not strictly architect exams, but they form part of the Domain Architect certification. The certification sitting on its own, the Mobile Solutions Architect Designer, is not currently part of a Domain Architect certification. Therefore, you can take this as a standalone certification. Once you have achieved a Domain Architect certification, you can then aim for the pinnacle of Salesforce certifications, the Technical Architect. This is the hardest Salesforce certification and also the most expensive. To achieve it, you must first pass a multiple choice exam and then complete a board review exam. The review board involves a hypothetical scenario, which is provided when you attend the session. You must present your solution to the scenario to several technical architects who act as the review panel. They then question you in a Q&A style interview about your proposed solution. This certification is not for the faint-hearted, as it has one of the highest failure rates in the industry. With a price tag of $6,000, failing is not something you want to risk. When I started working in Salesforce, I entered the ecosystem as a consultant. Although I came from a technical background, becoming a Salesforce consultant was an easier way for me to get into Salesforce. One of the reasons for this is that I had already done quite a bit of work around the technical solutioning of systems, as well as the business analysis of those systems before they were implemented. I knew a lot of theory about how Salesforce worked, but I didn't yet have enough experience to handle more complex implementations. A Salesforce consultant is essentially a business analyst who knows Salesforce. As a Sales Cloud consultant, you work with the business to identify requirements, design, and deploy the Salesforce solution. Therefore, you need experience in working with sales and marketing organizations, along with the ability to implement Salesforce based on a variety of common customer scenarios. The key word here is scenarios. While many other certifications focus on testing your understanding of different features and functionality, the Sales Cloud Consultant and other consultant exams focus on how you use these features and functionalities to implement the best solution for the scenario given. As a result, many of the questions in the consultant exams are scenario-based. The biggest area covered in the exam, making up 25%, is Sales Cloud Solution Design. As I mentioned, these questions are more scenario-based compared to the administrator exam. Additionally, you need to be familiar with business jargon, such as understanding the factors that influence sales metrics, KPIs, and business challenges. You should also have solid experience with the full project lifecycle, including gathering requirements, solutioning, and implementation. This exam, like the Service Cloud exam, will not solely focus on the consultant's view of everything you've learned in the Salesforce Admin certification. There are additional sales and marketing features to learn, such as enterprise territory management. The Sales Cloud Consultant exam focuses on the sales and marketing tools of the core platform, but it will also include questions on functionality across both classic UIs and Lightning UIs. Therefore, make sure you understand the new tools and features available in Lightning, as well as those features that have not yet migrated from the classic UI. Additionally, you need to have passed the Salesforce Certified Administrator certification before you can take this exam. Next is the Service Cloud. Much of what I mentioned about the Sales Cloud is also relevant to the Service Cloud, but rather than focusing on sales and marketing solutioning and implementation, the focus shifts to Service Cloud solutioning and implementation. One of the things you'll notice is that industry knowledge is at the top of the list, making up 22% of the exam. You need to know the terminology and understand different types of call centers and their business drivers. For example, you need to distinguish between a telesales call center and a product support call center, and know the core principles of KSC and similar concepts. Like the Sales Cloud, you must have passed your admin certification first, and there are additional Service Cloud specific features that may not have been covered in your admin certification, such as knowledge of CTI features. Overall, I think the Service Cloud Consultant exam is my favorite one that I've completed. I have a soft spot for service and support. As with other consultant exams, you must have passed the admin certification before taking the Community Cloud Consultant exam. In this exam, you will be solutioning based on the requirements. The largest portion of the exam, 32%, covers the implementation of Community Cloud. You need to understand different license types and how to assign them to different user personas. You'll also need to know mobile requirements, how to set up custom domains, and understand the required configurations for a successful community rollout. Security makes up 22% of the exam, as you are essentially opening parts of your Salesforce org to either the public or registered users within your community. You must ensure that security is tight to avoid private company data leaking into the public community. The exam also covers the actual setup of the community using the Builder and Setup tools, as well as the tools you'll use to manage communities on an ongoing basis. Be sure to check the full details in the exam guide linked below. The Marketing Cloud Consultant exam focuses on Salesforce's B2C email tool and related features. You're not expected to know about Pardo, Social Studio, Audience Builder, Predictive Intelligence, or mobile for this exam. Ideally, you need around 6 months to a year of experience with Marketing Cloud, depending on the complexity of the projects you've worked on. This exam requires some development knowledge, as you'll need to know AMP script, Marketing Cloud scripting language, and be able to write simple SQL database queries with joins. So consultative skills with a technical edge are necessary. The exam itself is well balanced across different knowledge areas. Content Builder and Discovery each make up 14% and 13% of the exam, with the remaining knowledge areas spread evenly. For Contact Builder, you need to understand how to model your contact data in Marketing Cloud and how cardinality impacts your data model, along with knowledge of Data Designer and attribute groups. Discovery focuses on demonstrating how you would gather requirements, identify goals, and put together a data and segmentation strategy for customer data. Marketing Cloud is harder to learn if you don't already have access to it, because Salesforce currently doesn't offer a free version to practice with. Pardo is Salesforce's B2B email and campaign management tool, and like Marketing Cloud, Pardot integrates with the core Salesforce platform to transfer data back and forth between the two. The Field Service certification focuses on a core platform product that allows businesses to track and manage field service delivery. It enables the creation of work orders for field service operations and integrates well with Salesforce Knowledge in the Service Cloud tool. Its real value, in my opinion, lies in how it optimizes schedules and intelligently assigns jobs to field workers. Workers can manage and monitor their jobs from mobile devices, with Einstein integration to increase first-time fix rates. The certification requires that you've completed your Salesforce Certified Administrator and Service Cloud Consultant exams before taking the Field Service exam. The largest areas covered in this exam are work order management, scheduling, and optimization, which make up 60% of the exam.